Mobile games suck. Wait, I'm not finished. Mobile games suck, but they used to be good. This was a long time coming. I've become rather miffed lately seeing all these annoying ads that I'm sure we've all seen hundreds of times now. Sadly, long gone are the days of Angry Birds and Jetpack Joyride. Now we are stuck with Evany the King's Return and whatever this game is. But how did we get here? When was the Golden Age? Where was the fall? Will there be a Renaissance? Well, sit down, relax, and enjoy this story. Don't even think about leaving or you'll be sorry. Shit, that was supposed to be cool. The Play Store for both Apple and Android came out around 2008, and initially it was pretty bare. After giving devs a few years to develop games for this new platform, we get what I affectionately describe as the golden age of mobile games. And here's where I come in. In the year 2011, I was given my first phone from my parents under the pretense of, "It will help us keep in contact and reach you if we are apart." And I responded with, yeah, cool, so this Play Store thing is where the games are, right? And thus, I began wasting my free time on mobile games. Time wasted on titles like Angry Birds, Jetpack Joyride, Plants vs. Zombies, Fruit Ninja, Temple Run, and the list goes on. In this era, they were fairly simple games playing off of the basic capacitive touchscreens, but it was quite the novelty at the time. In these days, ads weren't incredibly intrusive, or even there. You could buy premium versions of the game to get rid of the ads or keep them to get an ad like every 15 minutes or so, instead of every 5 seconds like it is today. And you even had the option to use ads to get in-game rewards, which was a very new revenue model at the time, and a very effective one still being used today. But it may have been too effective. And it was like that for a little while, until 1 year passes and now Clash of Clans is released in 2012. Another revolutionary genre for mobile games that would go on to be copied and overdone after its great success on the Play Stores. Instead of interspersing ads into gameplay, ads were not even in the model, and instead the revenue came from in-game currency. Yet another new revenue model that saw great success even to this day. I'm starting to see a pattern here. 2012 also saw the release of Candy Crush, a puzzle game which is expected to do well on mobile due to the nature of it, but also became another base for an overdone genre with little innovation among its copies. But this still wasn't bad. Mobile games were still good and the App Store wasn't too bloated yet. Cue Flappy Bird. Released in 2013, it didn't actually see much traction until 2014, where it was popularized by its simplicity and difficulty. Truly, this was the Dark Souls of mobile games. Not inherently a bad mobile game, but the idea of it would bring the fall of mobile gaming. Its success showed that simple, low-effort games could generate an absurd amount of revenue, and its one-man dev team showed that anyone can do it. But not everyone should be a game dev. Now the floodgates were open. There's no turning back. Flappy Bird clones numbered by the hundreds, but with those also came the clones of the other established successful games. The unfortunate reality of this was the revenue model of these clones. They saw the success of ads per game attempt rather than the ads per time played, and ran with it. And what the heck, why not throw in in-game purchases in there as well? Now the coming years would be flooded with uninspired get-rich-quick apps. These apps were there before, but now they have inspiration to draw upon. This is where I dropped off from playing mobile games. It just wasn't rewarding enough or fun anymore when half the time spent in game was watching ads. And so the decline continued over a couple years until 2015-2016. Hello? Who's there? It's Rovio and Supercell, we're back. Oh, nice, Angry Birds 2. Angry Birds, but with ads. I guess that's okay. And Clash of Clans, but not Clash of Clans at all, and instead a very original game idea. That's pretty refreshing. Anyways. Huh? Wait, who else is there? It's Nintendo, we've got some big news. Oh, okay, cool, what is it? Pokemon, but kinda real. That's actually really cool. Also have Mario. Thanks, bye. Anyways. What now? Hello, I'm Montoon, and I've got this neat game called, Mobile Legends. Sorry, I think you've got the wrong door, pal. Anyways, 2016 was a good year for mobile games. Some very innovative and interesting titles came out that year. Now games were attempting to play off more of the smartphone's capabilities like the camera and geolocation, things that were rarely used in the past, but with the advent of technology comes better results. And things pretty much stayed this way for a little while. The occasional anime game or RPG coming out, but nothing really to drop the quality again. There was still the clones and bloat, but it was much easier to sweep them under the rug. Eventually, technology began to improve vastly again. Utilizing the more powerful phones, we began to see more graphically intensive and functionally complicated games, like PUBG Mobile and other Battle Royale games. This happened around 2018 and 2019. And then phones become stronger again, and we see something that back in 2012, when we were marveling at the complexity of Fruit Ninja, would have never believed possible on smartphones. Genshin Impact. Now, I'm no fan of Genshin Impact, never played it, but it's hard not to commend it for what it achieved. Mechanically, nothing else had done the open world and action RPG style gameplay that it brought to smartphones, at least not to this scale. However, they included gacha and gambling mechanics that had been a controversial topic in the past decade for their revenue model, which I forgot to mention earlier had also spawned a weird subset of gambling games that were really just slot machines that you didn't have to fly to Las Vegas for. But now it's 2022 and we're getting ads for games that 99.999999% of people can't solve this basic puzzle, or these weird number games or some other BS. And I'm starting to think that this is just the next fall of an empire, where the games are just annoying again. Like, these ads are just awful. They take false advertising to the next level, and half the time they aren't even showing the actual game footage, just some animation that they threw together in a couple of hours. And if they aren't doing that, then it's about power levels of their characters or some bullshit making them more successful in life. Like, is this supposed to make me want to play your game? And the games are just bad. Just copy-paste, same game, different name with no actual innovation. And it's a shame, too. Smartphones were slowly becoming a very powerful platform. You know, I have many fond memories sharing game progress with my dad, who got me into gaming in general. It was a nice sort of bonding thing. But if kids are growing up with these games, and I know they are, because they're gullible enough to fall for these advertising techniques, then that makes me a bit sad. Not only are they predatory in their revenue model, but they just aren't the impressive feats that could have been nostalgia material for them. Actually, I hope people don't base their nostalgia off of mobile gaming, because looking back at it, it is a highly chaotic platform. But who am I to say what is and isn't good nostalgia material? I just know that I really hate these ads, and Google needs to get their shit together and AdSense me some better ads.